This is one of the hairiest animals on the planet. But why? Hi, it's me, and this is my channel. You probably already know that tarantulas are hairy, but have you ever stopped to wonder why they have so many hairs? Lies. It's not for warmth or sexual attractiveness. That's just a bonus. Instead, their hair serves as a kind of living armor. When a tarantula senses danger, it can raise its hairy legs in the air, like an angry mob with a really dense forest for hair. This works especially well in the forest floor where light doesn't penetrate the canopy. Without those extra visual cues, potential predators like birds have a much harder time spotting them, which means they get to live another day. But why cunt? They just have like a little bit less hair for camouflage instead of going full Simba in The Lion King. Well, tarantulas can't exactly style their fur like us humans do. Their body shape and size determine how long and how thick their hair will be. And since they come in all shapes and sizes, no two tarantulas look alike. A smaller tarantula like this cute little guy named Dave needs more hair to hide its tiny body. If it had less hair, it would be easy prey for any beetle that crossed its path. On the other hand, a larger tarantula could survive with less hair, because it's already pretty intimidating to try and eat. And there are some tarantulas like the Goliath bird eater that are just naturally fluffier than others. They're like the poodles of the tarantula world. But even though we think of them as being totally covered in hair, tarantulas actually only have hair on certain parts of their body, like their abdomen. The rest of their body is smooth and hairless, making it easier for them to move around and catch their food. All that said, there's still one part of a tarantula's body that has way too much hair. It's the same part that we're obsessed with, their legs. Tarantulas use their legs to sense vibrations in the ground, kind of like how we use our ears to hear sounds. But having super long and super thick hair on their legs makes it hard for them to pick up even the tiniest vibrations. In fact, it's thought that the thicker the hair, the worse they are at sensing danger. That's why tarantulas that live in open areas where they can see predators coming from a mile away don't need their vibration-sensing legs to be very furry. But tarantulas that live in leaf litter or burrows where they can't see predators approaching need thicker leg hair to warn them of danger. But the weirdest thing about tarantula leg hair is that some species actually arrange their hair in a particular order so that it makes a better sensor. These tarantulas have a row of long hairs in the middle of their legs and shorter, stiffer hairs on the sides. This arrangement lets them feel even the smallest vibrations, like the tiniest tremor from a passing beetle. And if you've ever seen a video of a tarantula walking sideways, you'll notice that they drag their hairy legs behind them, which makes sense when you consider that they're using their legs as sensors. By dragging their legs along the ground, they're able to sample the vibrations in the leaf litter or soil without getting tangled up in their own hair. So not only does their hair help them camouflage, communicate and sense vibrations, it also helps them hunt. Some tarantulas flick their hair to create a vibration that lures their prey right to them. Once their meal is close enough, they pounce and quickly cover up their food with even more hair, making a little ball around them both. This keeps their meal from escaping, and also protects the tarantula from being eaten by something else. Even though tarantulas spend most of their time hanging out on the ground, they're still pretty good at climbing. And thanks to their flexible bodies, they can squeeze through really small spaces. But having all that hair gets in the way sometimes. That's why some tarantulas like the Mexican red knee have developed a special trick for climbing. They basically take off their hair, leaving a bare patch on their abdomen. This allows them to grip the side of a leaf or twig while they climb. Once they reach the top, they can put their hair back on and blend in with the plants around them. In the end, it seems like all the little things we do to fit in and survive are pretty universal across the animal kingdom, not just us humans. Thanks to Brilliant for supporting this episode, and thank you for watching.